Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to another thrilling, exciting, amazing edition of the Melrose Scoop. I'm here with Michael Romero of Align Massage Studio. Michael, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
No, it looks like your screen says Matthew, but I'm assuming
It's me.
that,
Yeah.
okay, very good. Just for people at home. Hey, thanks so much for joining us. As we're kind of going through this challenging time here, we're talking to Melrose businesses, getting to know them a little bit more intimately, and wanted to get a feel for kind of like how they're pivoting during this time and how they're adapting.
It's been especially hard for us. It really has. I mean, for me, this business has been my dream, and I worked so long and hard to get it where it is. And we were just at that point where we were starting to kind of move into the next level. We were planning on a lot of things and things that we were all ready to do for the future. And then this bomb just, kind of hit. So we've just kind of just been taking it one day at a time. At this point, the hardest part is the fact that, and then all massage therapists are going through this, is unlike a lot of other folks in the medical fields who can work from home and they can do telehealth, or they can consult with their patients or their clients or whatever. We need to actually physically be touching our clients, and we can't do that. So we're literally out of work, and there's nothing that we can do other than emailing and texting and assuring our clients, like, here's some self-care tips, here's some things we can do in the meantime. We can't actually massage them. So it's very frustrating, and we honestly are kind of worried once we do reopen, how long it's going to take to rebuild, because what kind of precautions that are going to be out there. In the meantime, while we are closed, we are asking folks, we know this is a difficult time right now, and people are trying to afford stuff and worrying about what's going to happen, when, we do kind of get back into things, is that we're really asking folks as much as they can to go on and purchase gift cards for us, basically pre-purchasing for sessions that they can use later, either use for themselves or they can give away to friends. In some cases, I've had some of my clients who are treating it like a donation. So they're going on and basically saying, if I buy this now, that's great, and it helps you now, but then when you reopen, you're not going to get that money later. So is it okay if I just donate? So I said, yeah, just buy a gift card. Doesn't mean you have to use it, but go on and do that. So we had a lot of folks that have been doing that. And then what we're doing is sharing some of that money with my employees as well, because they're also out on this as well, because they're not able to see their clients either. So we're kind of sharing some of that money, and, we're applying for funding, and same as everybody else is, and, kind of every day rechecking everything, and, how is everything going and all that. But we have been finding a lot of very generous folks who are going on and buying the gift cards, which is great. We're asking people to go directly to our website and purchase e-cards on there. It's much easier for us than at this point trying to process physical gift cards. Plus, people are suggesting not to be touching the gift cards and stuff either right now. So it's easier for us to just, be able to do it that way. So they can just go on and order e-cards really easily from our website. So, that's kind of basically, kind of where we're at, what we're asking folks to do. My biggest bit of advice is I've had some of my clients, emailing me, and, one of my clients last week, was a regular client of mine. I'm seeing both she and her husband now for years. They've sent me a lot of other clients as well. They were re-upping their package with me. And I wrote her and I said, I'm not at the point where I can start rescheduling people right now because I have no idea, what's going to be happening. So we're kind of in a holding pattern. So I said, I kind of have a short list of folks to write back. And she said, well, I'm going to be the first in line when you reopen. And I said, so is everyone, so we're just kind of hoping that once we do reopen, everyone's going to need a massage by the time this is all done. So, if you need someplace to go, come and see us, because we'll be there. But self-care is really kind of the big thing right now. I think everybody's sort of idea of self-care and how you get through something like this is a little bit different. For me, where I haven't been able to work at all, I'm sort of donning my old teacher hat and basically homeschooling my daughter. We say a bit, at home that we feel really badly for those families right now who are struggling, trying to find the time to teach the children. There are some families where both parents are still able to work, which is great, and they're still making money, but they're working all day long, and so they can't devote that time, So I work so much that I don't get as much chance to be home and spend time with my daughter. So I'm kind of looking at this as extra time, that I wouldn't normally have had to be able to spend with her and kind of focusing on her teaching and what have you. and dealing with a lot of stuff with the closure and all too, and applying for funding and all of that. So, we're keeping ourselves busy, but I feel like I keep seeing different things on, the socials of some folks who are like, I'm just binge watching Netflix and drinking because there's nothing else to do,
Yeah.
and then some people who are like writing books and like, they're, going back to school and they're like doing all this stuff, what have you. And my take is that I think a kind of a healthy dose of both, but yeah, I think, where people can't actually be massaged right now. Self-massage is, of course, a lot of the same sort of self-care things that we would normally say, but heightened even more now, in self-massage. As much as you can, if you can massage others, particularly right now, I'm finding that everybody's all just scrunched like this, which we all are normally anyway, but especially right now with all the tension and the strain of everything is all closing in. And what we want to do is open up. So lots of breathing exercises, guided meditation, self-massage, like literally just getting in and massaging shoulders with your fingertips. I like to take my thumbs and come behind my neck, especially when I'm sitting at the computer for a while, and really get in there and massage the back of my neck, clasping hands together, and you can get a little bit closer into the middle of the neck. Shoulders, arms, wrists, and hands right now. Everybody's madly typing right now, but I also find too that we're all like our teenagers, these days too, we're all on our phones because we're all checking the latest news and everything that's going on. Or if we're drinking our wine and watching Netflix, then we're also checking everything, on here. So I'm finding wrists and thumbs are getting really sore. So really getting in there and self-massaging those areas is really important. Taking a hot bath, that's something that I often suggest to clients anyway, but especially right now with all this is going on, especially if your kids are under your feet and you're trying to teach them and it's crazy, is once they've gone to bed, get the water as hot as you can, put Epsom salts in there. Epsom salts is really good for releasing toxins, but also for relaxing muscles as well. Get the Epsom salts in there and put yourself in the bath and just sit in there for a long time. It's good for a lot of things, but especially, for sore muscles. Lots of stretching. Foam rollers, anyone who has your foam rollers right now, get them out and just roll and roll and roll. That's what I've been doing, as well. And every night, just getting down there on the floor with that. And getting outside, we keep sort of hearing different things of like, should we be going outside? Should we not? Now we've got the extra masks that we're wearing and all of that. But, we also have a little one and, she's got to get out and she's got to get some fresh air. But I also am sort of finding not only is it good to get out and get the fresh air and get the exercise, but we're finding that there's a lot of houses where, folks have put signs up in windows of Melrose Strong, we're all here for each other. And there's a teddy bear thing, I guess, that's going on now where kids are putting teddy bears in the windows and, and what have you, and like doing a teddy bear hunt and all of that. These are awesome things, and it gets you out of your house. And although we can't see each other and we can't touch each other, at least we know that the other folks are there. I liken times like this a lot to when we have snowstorms and like all of a sudden like everybody's baking bread and they're shoveling their next door's lawn and like you meet neighbors that you've never talked to before and that kind of thing. I feel like that's somewhat is happening now, I guess maybe in a good way, that if we're again to look at some positive things in all of this. But I think as much of those connections, as much as I hate doing everything virtually because I'm a people person and I want to actually be with that person, honestly, we're having video chats with people that we haven't talked to in like forever because we all have that time to be able to do that. I think there's a lot of lessons that are going to be learned when this is all done, of sort of how we interact, and what have you. If this does end up getting extended and we have a little bit more time, we're probably going to work on trying to put some self-care videos up on our website and our Facebook page, sort of going a little bit more detail of what I just sort of quickly explained, but kind of showing some techniques and all that folks can do. One of the things that's been on my roster now for a long time is starting to do some couples massage classes, like just simple stuff, having clients come in and learn simple techniques they can do on each other. So now I'm thinking, well, if this ends up going on for who knows how long and we can't massage folks, that maybe it will be time to do a virtual version of that, or whatever. I don't know.
It sounds like you've got, like I said, your community that's rallying behind you.
Absolutely.
If anyone else would like to support you, what's your website? Where can they?
It's alignmassagestudio.com. They can go right on there and click on gift cards, and they can go right on there and purchase e-cards for us. Like we say, they can purchase them and absolutely use the sessions. They can use them for themselves or for other folks. Or like I say, we have been asking about donations, and we say, just do the same thing. Just go on and use the gift cards, even if there's no intention of using them. that's fine. And that's just, helping us right now. I mean, paying rent on our space and everything. I mean, it's just, everything just keeps getting piled up, and the more that we have now to be able to help with that. And like I say, we're also sharing some of it with our employees as well. Because, they're also out, as well. So.
Well, hey, Michael, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate
Thank you.
it. I love your
Absolutely.
energy, and it's been
My energy that's waning these days, but yes.
it's great, and yeah, I think it'd be great if down the road, if you're able to get some video instructions, and people can
Absolutely.
subscribe to kind of a video series you put together. I think
Yep.
there's definite legs there.
Yep.
A lot of people could really use a
Yep.
nice.
That's what we're working on. Some massage techniques and stretching and, and that kind of stuff too. So yeah, so we're going to hopefully try to get some of that stuff up and running as well. So people can just go right on and see that. Or
Let
again,
us
they can
know.
always email us and message us too. We're always here. So
Yeah, and let us know. We're happy to promote it as well, for sure.
absolutely. Thanks so much.
Cool. Well, thanks so much for
All
joining
right. Thank you.
us. And everyone, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.